Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. So I have sewn the start of the base of the cover, so everything is put down, so we are securing it so nothing can move. And then I decided to use some vintage pieces of doily or tablecloth, and I'm going to put these kind of like this on each side of the cover, so it looks kind of like this. But I do want to embroider and decorate it a little bit more, so I'm not going to put it on at the moment, so I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to take them with me into the forest tomorrow. I'm going away for a few days with my caravan. I have a planned vacation for a couple of weeks, so I'm going to take these and do something in the forest. And then I have this one that I did some printing with lupins, and I will add some color, more color to that too, and probably decorate with some stitching or adding something, I don't know yet. And while I was looking for the doily, I found another doily, so I decided to do another journal. So this will be the start of the cover for a smaller one. That will just be a one signature journal. I did take some handmade paper for the inside, and then I have sewn on this to be a cover. So I will work on this one too, and I will record, but I'm not sure how often I can upload it, as we are kind of in the middle of the forest. We have portable Wi-Fi, but sometimes if the sun is not shining, I can't load my phone so much. So I don't promise anything, but I will try to keep you updated in what I'm doing. So until I have done the embroidery on those, I'm going to prepare some pages. And I have this really big old book. It's a poet, Elias Tegnér. He is famous in Sweden for poems and histories. And this is a book from 1917, printed 1917. The Royal Book Printing Place, Iden. And this is a big chunky one, and it's actually not red. The pages are still kind of together like this. Can you see that? So I had to take my knife and take some of them in the beginning apart, because I'm going to use this as background paper, and I'm going to paint on them. So we get some painted pages for both the flower journal and the other one that I am not sure yet what's going to happen with. So I guess I will do this too in the forest and make sure that I have all the pages cut so I can use them all. So I thought we can just do some painting today. And I'm just going to take a paper that are a bit thicker and put it behind like this, and then I'm going to paint. Some of them I will use gesso on, and the other ones will be just straight into the paper. These are so thick and not shiny at all, so I think it will take on the color nicely. So go and get a book. Take something that is not shiny. You don't need to have a big book like this. It's almost as big, I can't get it into the table, but I think I will manage. So should we try the paper without gesso first and see what we can get? I'm just going to use this palette and use up the colors that are on it. I also have some acrylic paint that I can use, but I'm going to start with this one and see what we can get from this. I have another palette I can use too, but just to try out the paper and see if we can do something beautiful and use these pages a little bit. Okay, let's just put on some paint and see what happens. See how it takes on the color. I guess it soaks up pretty quick. Maybe should water it down a little bit first. I think it was a little bit of white acrylic on this palette. But I think these papers will be nice when they dry, both with and without gesso on them, just because they are so thick and not shiny at all. So I'm just going to kind of splash on some color, and when it has dry I can doodle on them and make flowers and do some patterns to use as collage material and on pockets and journaling cards. So this is all for fun. Don't think so much about any pattern or things like that. Just have fun and put on some color. I think this was the white acrylic. Just trying that too. See how it looks when it has dry. So this is kind of just a page for trying out the paint. See how it works. It can be a bit difficult with old papers, you never know, but often they are perfect for painting because they soak up the colors nicely. I'm not thinking so much about the colors at the moment. I'm just using up the ones on my palette and try out the paper and the paint. I have put on a quite thick layer of paint now, and it soaks through, but it can hold it well. Beautiful on the back too. So I guess this will work. Probably pretty nice. It will take a bit for it to dry as they are so thick, but I think that doesn't matter so much. So let's put that aside and take the other one. And let's use some gesso on this and see how that want to turn out. I'm going to use the lid. It's a lot of gesso in this, so we can use it. And when you use gesso, you can, if you don't know what gesso is, for the first thing, it's a medium for protecting the paper. So you get a coat that kind of stops the water from soaking through it as it did on this page. And it dries very fast, and you can put it on as thick or thin as you want. You can also put it on top of other paintings. So if you have done a painting that are very bad or wrong colors, or something have gone wrong, you can put gesso on top of it and cover it. You can also make patterns and texture with the gesso, and it dries much faster than modeling paste. But don't use it through stencils. It's then you need to have the heavy gesso that is much thicker than this one. This will bleed through the stencil and not give you clear edges. I have tried. I learned the hard way. And you can also use it with color, so you don't need to dry it. You can put on the color right away and blend it, and then get lighter colors. You can see that you can still read the text because it's transparent, so if you put a thin coat on, you don't even see it. And if you take a hairdryer or a heat gun, it will be dry in a few minutes or seconds even. Like so. So let's just go in with some color so you see that you can blend it like this. You don't need to wait for it to dry. And it almost works as acrylic paint if you do it like this. Can almost do like different flowers. Like that. And then when this dry, you can still put more paint on it and give these flowers maybe some leaves or something like that with watercolor or acrylic paint, or blend it and doodle it. So that's a fun way to use it. Just some rose leaves. Concentrated and quiet. Just want to show you a bit so you know that you can almost blend it as you want. Don't think so much, just have fun and play. Okay, let's just take a piece of some other paper and put between. It won't get stuck. Pretty sure about that. So let's use up this gesso. And you can pre-make these pages so they are already gessoed if you would like to. Maybe do 10 pages and then they are ready when you get the inspiration to play and use up these old book pages. And these are so big, so you can put them as a double spread in a journal or with a fold out. You can gesso part of the page and get different textures, and the paint will soak up in different ways. You can do leaf printing on them, you can do mark making, you can do some writing on them, kind of it looks like you have used it as a letter. So you can do a lot of fun things with these. You can use them on your jelly plate. Don't think so much, just make sure that you have a book that is usable for the text, so you don't use a book with nasty things in it. So I will leave this to dry, and then we will do a couple of more pages together so you can get some inspiration for what you can do. So the colored and gessoed pages are dry, almost at least, so we can try to play. I did a few ones with gesso and color, and then I did white ones. So I have different colors to choose from where I want to paint too. So this is one with gesso. So let's go in and play. So I'm just going to take my Stabilo pen and do some mark making. just because it's a bit fun. So let's go in with some color. Let's start with some brown ones, I think. And I'm just playing with the color so I get kind of a background. Then I can use these as collage pages. I can use part of them. I can make flowers and do cutouts. And I'm leaving a few white spots too, just because I like it, and it gives the watercolor a bit more free feeling and a bit of water splash. To get it going like that. So don't overthink it. Just play and have fun and see what the outcome is later. Try to not think so much about how it looks at the moment. I can assure you that it will look totally different when the test dried, and you don't even think about what it was that you was sad about and why you didn't like it. I have had big problems to do things freely like this. I'm controlling and I want everything to be straight and in the same colors, the same color schemes, and to just put on paint like this and have faith in that it will be a nice outcome. That's something I need to work on. It's not something that is from birth. I've been needed to teach this. I don't know why, but I have got some kind of urge to do this. I don't know why, but I need this at the moment. Maybe it's the age. Just going to soak up a little bit. It was a bit too much. Water on that spot. Hopefully we will give some nice color on the textile too, so we can use that later on. So I will leave you for tonight, and hopefully I will be back. I don't think it will be tomorrow because we are traveling tomorrow, but during the weekend I'm sure I will upload something for you to look at and get inspired from. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Go and play and have fun, and I will see you soon again. Bye bye from Sweden.